Simsters, Simsters, soon you should be able to hear me. Tell me when you can hear me. Hear me. Excuse me. Who can hear me? Who can hear me? You get a prize if you're the first one. Looks like we're up and running, so who can hear me? Do 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 do. Just need 10 more auctions. I can hear you. I hear you. You. I can. Sorry, Rocky, I missed you. Pete, I can. Well, I'm going to sing to the 5 of you. Jack Toward, who is ignoring my private message. Thanks a lot, pal. Hi, Stormy. I hope you're doing A-okay this difficult week. Hi, Robert. I will meet you soon, I think. Allie, I will not meet you soon. I don't think. It's too bad, though. I sing to you all the time, like every day. Okay, so the point is that it's working, which is great because we have 2 fantastic races tonight. It's a little sad because between the 2 races, which have a combined the purse of $1.5 million between the 2 of them, there's only 11 horses running. And at first glance, you're like, 11 horses? What's wrong with these trainers? Why aren't there more horses? Would you want to run against these horses? I don't think so. There's some seriously scary animals in the Midsummer Classic, and the Oaks could be a little bit worse, but it's pretty bad the way it is. Now, you may recall, will you have the kids? No, ew, why would I have the kids in Kentucky? I flew them to St. Louis to get rid of them. As of tomorrow, I am a free woman for 2 weeks. Okay, back to what I was saying, which was it's always nerve-wracking when we have a new MC for the people who are listening because you're like, oh man, is this person gonna be good? And for the people person talking, because they're like, oh man, am I gonna be good? So please be nice tonight as we welcome our brand new MC, Pam, who's trying it for the first time. And I'm going to find where I put Wirecast, and then I'm going to throw it to Pam, who's going to tell you all about tonight's first race, which is the Midsummer Oaks.
Hey guys, the Midsummer Oaks is a mile and a quarter on the dirt, and it currently has the condition of fast with a betting pool of only 1,000. Bet the Oaks. The first horse is Winding Roads, owned and bred by Brianna McKenzie. She is a Dark Bay filly. She's out of Rambling by Fly, a Just Victory mare. She's ran 6 times, has 3 wins, 2 seconds, 1 first, and almost has 300,000 in earnings. Her last major win was the Baltimore Oaks Grade 1 event. She then went to the Z Princess Memorial Stakes, where she came in 3rd against horses that are not showing up today. She has not been in a Grade 1 since Baltimore, I believe. Maybe? Then the next post position 2. In the beginning is a black filly. She is owned and bred by Eric Nowbone. She is out of a Father's Day mare, Fairy Tale Endings, and her sire is the famous You Are I Am. Her last stakes race was week 16, year 41, and the Gold Star Stakes, where she came in 4th with a speed figure of 89, where she lost to Paragon. Her last win came in a no-win of 3, where she has the speed figure of an 81. She only has 34,000 in earnings and 3 wins out of 5 races. Sorry. She did, however, win her maiden special weight. Liar is next. Yay, I said her name right. Is a Dark Bay filly who rocks her headshot, by the way. And my notes are out of place. She's ran 8 times, won 6. She has 1.2 million in earning. She currently holds the title for North American Champion 2-year-old filly. won the juvenile Stewards Cup filly. She's never lost against the ladies. She did show up in the Louisville Derby to get 15th, and she is expected to make an appearance in the Stewards Cup. Joyous is a gray filly owned and bred by Lauren Haggerty. She is by Sword and Out of Demonstration, who is an awake and wonderful mare. She ran 5 times, won 4, and only came in third once. Her only loss was in the Long Island Oaks. Her highest speed figure was a 97. Her last win was in the Little Lamb Stakes, Grade 1, Year 42, Week 7, where she beat horses that were not showing up again. Well, we'll see if she can redeem herself today. She has never run a mile and a quarter, so she might like this distance. Advice is the Bay filly, owned by Stefan Saratoga and bred by the steward. She is by Grant out of Warren, a War Daddy mare. She has 7 starts, 5 wins, and 1/3, and she currently has 87,000 in earnings. This year she's won a No Win 2, a No Win 5, a Long Goodbye Classic Stakes Grade 3 event, and then her last prep race was the Classified Allowance, where she came in first, but with 79 speed figure. Pergamon is a gray filly out of the Great Sword, by the Great Sword, out of Altair, who is again awake as I am. And she has 6 lifetime starts, 4 wins, 1 second, and 283,000 in earnings, with her highest speed figure being an almost perfect 99. She also showed up in the Louisville Derby, but again came in 20th, with a speed figure of 2. Her last win was in the Metropolitan Oaks with an 89 in Illinois, where she was on good track, only going a mile and an eighth. I might have messed up the breeders. Nope. I think it was Joyous. Yes, no, it's Advise. Advise is trying to be the first filly to be the 4th generation winner of the Midsummer Oaks. 3 dams before her and her bloodline have all won the Midsummer's Oaks. So if she gets this, she'll be a history maker. I personally like Joyous, but my opinion doesn't really matter. Okay. M is taking it back, because I need a break already. So, M is here to call the race. I'm sorry.
It's me again. Hi, everybody. It's 1 minute to post for the Midsummer Oaks. And yeah, how cool is that stat about Advise? She's been pointed for this race all year. She's only got $87,000 in her bank account, but her 3 first dams have all won this race. That's really nifty. And then the 4th dam, the one that, broke the chain and didn't do it, that's Wonder. And she was busy running against the boys, so not her problem. I think that's pretty cool. This filly is also apparently coming back to me at the end of this year, which is uber exciting. So, oh, my staticky. Oh no. Okay, I fix it. I'm gonna fix it. Hold on, I'm gonna find out how to fix it. 1 second. Okay. Can you guys hear me? 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 Anyone hear me now? Hey! People like me again! Because, not being able to hear me means you hate me. I restarted everything twice. It wouldn't be no, I actually can't hear you, Pam, at all. Not even a minuto amount. But that's okay, because I'm just going to call a race. And then we'll figure out why I can't hear her. Okay? Okay. Post time for the Oaks. It's a good thing we only have 5 horses in the next race. Sheesh. Betting pool closes at $19,500. It helps when you're on the right race. They're off in the Midsummer Oaks. Pergamon bobbled a step advised 2, but they won't determine the result. Both horses are away well. It is Lyre who goes dancing to the front. She's going to be uncontested early. No one goes with her. Joyeuse, Pergamon, then Winding Roads in the beginning, and Advise is the early trailer. So they come past the wire the first time, and Lyre is leading by 2. Joyeuse and Pergamon are heads apart second and third, Winding Roads pressing fourth with In the Beginning alongside the inside, and Advise is the early trailer. Wow, look at Lyre go. She's winging it 6 lengths in front and widening. Lyre is full of run early. Joyeuse and Pergamon, those two still battling second with Winding Roads back fourth, and In the Beginning is fifth. Advise is the trailer, and she'll have 14 lengths to make up if she wants to win, and now they have 6 furlongs left to run. Lyre leading by 7 and rockin' and rollin'. Joyeuse and Pergamon, then Winding Roads. In the Beginning is losing a bit of ground as Advise gets closer, and now the running starts to get serious as the field starts to close in around Lyre. It's Joyeuse making the first run, Pergamon a bit slow to get a jump, and Winding Roads even. Advise and In the Beginning now trails. They're into the lane. Lyre went wide, and Joyeuse even wider. Pergamon slips through on the rail, and the battle is joined. Lyre had it easy, so she still has run. Joyeuse is widest. Pergamon all out on the fence. Winding Roads drops back. Advise never got involved. Joyeuse, Lyre, Pergamon straining. Joyeuse gets her head on the line. It's Joyeuse in the Midsummer Oaks. Lyre and Pergamon right there second and third. Winding Roads was fourth. The official winner is Joyeuse. She's a 3-year-old gray filly by Sword out of Demonstrative by Awaken Wonderful. She is a homebred for Lauren Haggerty, and this is her 5th win in 6 starts. She also got her headshot earlier today, which is cool. Close that. Oh my. Okay. I'm now going to restart Skype to see if I can reconnect with Pam, because after I disconnected everything, she and I can't hear each other anymore. It's really fun. One moment. Oh, good news. I can hear her again. All is well. Okay. For the preview of the Midsummer Classic, here is Pam.
Hey, yep, we had technical difficulties, but it's all fixed now. So, for the first time, we believe that this is the Midsummer Classic where all top finishers of the Derby have come back to face each other this year. In post position 1, we have Thunder Road, a dark bay colt owned and bred by Scott Island. Yes, I got your name right. Rambling is his sire, and Take a Nap is the dam out of Again, Awake as I Am. I'm going to get tired of saying that name today. He has had 7 races, 4 wins, 2 seconds, and 1/3. His earnings are in the high 700,000s. He was 3rd place in the Louisville Derby, 1st in the Queen Derby, and then the Queen Derby was in fact his prep for the Midsummer Classic. In post position 2, we have the one and only Heart of the Storm, a black colt owned by Dan Gordon and bred by our one and only Steward. His sire is easy on the eyes out of All That I Am, who is an Awake as I Am mare. He has had 8 races, 5 wins, 2 seconds, 1/3, with earnings of $2 million plus. He currently rocks the roses of the Derby and the flowers of the Baltimore crown on his headshot. His last start was 3rd in the Long Island Classic. He currently lost to Sherwood and Broadchurch, who are in this race, so it'll be an interesting showdown. He was bought for $1.4 million. In post position 3, we have Sherwood, a bay colt owned by Peta Vella and bred by the Steward. He's by Anointed and out of the Chocolate mare, who is an East. Chocolate, who is by whatever. He's had 8 races, 4 wins, 3 seconds, and currently has 988,000 in his earnings. He was bought for $6 million plus and was 2nd in the Derby and Long Island Classic, where he lost to Broadchurch. In post position 4, the famed Broadchurch, who's a black colt owned by Danny Derby and bred by the Steward. He's out of Happier Hamid mare, and he's by White Spire. Broadchurch has had 7 races, 5 wins, and currently has $785,000 in earnings. He was bought for $4.5 million and has the white flowers of the White Long Island Classic. Halloween Town is in post position 5 and most certainly the long shot. He's a black colt owned by Nikki Everdeen, bred by the Steward out of A Blanket of Lilies, who is a literature mare, and he is by Horcrux. That's not a stud you see often. He's had 8 races, 4 wins, and 1 seconds. He has $544,000 in earnings and bought for $4 million. The betting is at $116,000, and I will go with Sherwood to upset. So, tell me what you guys think. I'm new to this still, so I will go, Sherwood or Broadchurch. So, back to M, I think, if she's not ready. Okay, so back to M to call the Midsummer Classic.
Thank you, Pam. Good job on your first try for emceeing. Next up, we have the Midsummer Classic. And I would love for someone with a lot of time and energy and need for game points to do the effort and figure out if there's ever been a time that the top 5 runners in the Derby, finishers in the Derby, has ever run in the Midsummer Classic together. I'm going to go with no, but if anyone wants to correct me someday, have at it. So this is pretty cool. I mean, of course, there's some horses that you wish were in here, like Cavallo Veloce and Amsterdam and the Pumpkin King and Gentlemen. I don't know. I feel like there were more of them. Where's Susie Rydell? Where's Blackpool and Oud? He ran last week. But I just feel like it could have been scarier than it is. It's admittedly pretty scary. This will be our last broadcast of the year until Stewart's Cup Thursday, which will take place on a date that I will tell you momentarily when I open up my calendar. The answer to that is November 12th, Stewards Cup Thursday. Keep in mind that although it's Thursday, it's on a Monday, Wednesday, Friday post time. That's 8 o'clock Pacific, 11 o'clock Eastern. I do believe we're having Ashley Gibson MC that. Correct me if I'm wrong, Ashley, but I'm pretty sure you're up. Oh my gosh, I can't see what Brandon's writing. What is he writing? So much yellow. I'm not calling the ARC because of the reason that it's Breeders' Cup Day and leave me alone, Danny. That's not gonna happen. If you haven't bet this race, you should, because this race is nifty. I mean, if you look at it on paper, we all know what's going to happen. Heart of the Storm's going to try and go to the lead. Broadchurch is going to try and get there first. If Heart of the Storm gets his head in front and gets clear, Heart of the Storm should win for fun, right? Like we all know that that's how that's going to go down. If Broadchurch gets in front, as what happened in the Long Island Classic 3 weeks ago, Heart of the Storm had a lot of trouble with that, and he didn't like being pressed early, which reminds me of a horse named Doctor that won the Stewards Cup Classic a couple years ago, and he was a 1.25 mile front running type. If they go really, really fast up front, that should set it up for one of the other three to get up. Thunder Road loves a 1.25 mile coming off that Queen's Derby, but he drew the rail, which is a bummer. 4 out of the 5 horses in here are Storebreds. Get your Storebreds at the Week 1 Trial by Summer Sale. I don't know why I just pimped out my own auction. Y'all are going to bet on it anyway. Two minutes to post now. I'm currently, as you may recall, broadcasting from my parents' house in St. Louis. It's kind of in the middle of nowhere, though, to be honest. There's like a soybean field to one side of this place and a pond to the other side. And there's a lot of creatures. Tomorrow, early in the day, I'm flying to Chicago. Late in the day, I'm flying to Toronto. On Wednesday, I'll fly back and drive to Kentucky. And then it'll be a Kentucky Fest for 10 days. It's going to be something. I think we should all take bets on how long it'll be until I get really super done with it. Like, this trip is no longer vacation. This trip is exhausting. So, I mean, today's day 2. Yesterday was a travel day, so I don't know if that counts. Today's the first day of vacation. It was pretty good. Other than that, I'm a Californian and I almost froze to death because it was 55. I hear it's going to snow this weekend and I might cry. It is post time for the Midsummer Classic. Here's a true story about the Midsummer Classic. Every single time that I try and type it, I type Midsummer because I didn't know I was dyslexic, but apparently I am for this race. The betting pool closes at $126,900. And will Heart of the Storm add another jewel to his resume? Will Broadchurch upset? Or will it be one of the others? They're off in the 42nd Midsummer Classic, and all 5 runners are away beautifully. A perfect start, and there he goes. It's Heart of the Storm. The Derby winner is sent off to lead them with classic hero Broadchurch hot on his heels. The battle is joined early. Heart of the Storm and Broadchurch down the stretch the first time, and Halloween Town settles third with Sherwood running fourth, and Thunder Road from the rail is the early trailer. They go sweeping into the clubhouse turn with the dueling leaders of Heart of the Storm and Broadchurch. Heart of the Storm has the advantage by a half length, and they have 3 lengths on Halloween Town. It's another 4 back to Sherwood and Thunder Road side by side together at the back of the pack. 6 furlongs left to go, and Broadchurch is the one with his head in front. Broadchurch is in front of Heart of the Storm. The pace is rapid. Halloween Town laying back third, 5 lengths off the pace setters with Sherwood, and Thunder Road a good 9 lengths off of that one. It's 14 lengths leader leader to trailer, and with just a half mile left to go, and Heart of the Storm has wrestled the lead back from Broadchurch. Heart of the Storm trying to kick away now, but Broadchurch is like an evil dark thorn in his side. Halloween Town is closing the gap. He's only 3 lengths behind, and Sherwood is well back but making a run. Even Thunder Road is coming on. It's still wide open. All 5 horses could win, and down the stretch they come. Heart of the Storm has the lead. Broadchurch still there, and Halloween Town along the fence. Halloween Town finds a hole. 3 across the track. Sherwood and Thunder Road, they are flying. It's a wild finish. Heart of the Storm, Halloween Town, Broadchurch, then Sherwood and Thunder Road. Halloween Town with a burst of speed. He bounds through. He takes command, and he is spiraling away. Halloween Town is going to upset the Midsummer Classic. Heart of the Storm second. Broadchurch, Sherwood, and Thunder Road, 2 lengths separated the whole lot of them. This result shocked me. I did not. If I'd run this race 100 times, I would have said Halloween Town won once. So there you have it. When people ask me in the future what big upsets surprised me, I'm going to go Halloween Town. But I don't know why. I mean, he's always been nice, right? Just like the rest of them. The official winner is Halloween Town. He's a 3-year-old black colt by Horcrux out of Blanket of Lilies by Literature. He was bred by the steward and is owned by Nikki Everdeen. This is his 5th victory in 9 starts, and he now has over $1 million in earnings. Make sure that you join us for Week 16 Thursday and our next broadcast for the 2-year-old Stewards Cup races. And special thanks to Pam for being tonight's MC. And I will talk to you all not on the air. Farewell.